Right, well, here I am again, a new video blog. I don't know if there's anybody actually listening out there, but if there is, I hope that you enjoy these old ramblings of mine. Not that it matters, I'm going to do them anyway. I spent last night at a bit of a loose end, so I sort of looked through a few old online videos, EDL videos, most of which were about Tommy's involvement with the movement. You got to hand it to that lad. He's right out there fighting the cause, and in the full gaze of the media, and sadly, now paying a price. One video in particular stands out, and that is Tommy telling the world about the actions of the British police and how they were offering get out of jail free cards to other villains who are already banged up. The price of that was basically implicate Tommy in something. Pathetic, isn't it? But he predicted it, and as we can see now, he's banged up. Alright, he broke the law, but as we all know, the denial of bail was a cruelty over the Christmas period, and the sentence, in the grand scheme of things, was way, way over the top, especially when you consider what's happened to other real criminals in the meanwhile. Anyway, now there's a change. They've got Tommy. Now it seems they're going after Kev, and I'm sure they'll fit him up with something. Stinks to high heaven. It's corruption. But of course we all know what it's all about. It's about trying to demoralise the English Defence League. As if. I've just been really, really angry. That's both of our leaders. And no doubt they'll go after others. But this little thing that's happened in Yorkshire is an evil twist to things. Now, these lads have just been sent down, again, way over the top sentencing. But the 5-year ban, that's got to be against the law. If it's not against the law, it should be. And I just hope that these Yorkshire lads, I hope they're going to take this as far as possible through the High Court, and if need be, the European Court of Human Rights. It stinks, man. It really does. And the sad thing is, the police need to understand everything we do with mediation. We work through them, and we try to stay within the letter of the law. Like, you know, a lot of others don't bother, do they? The UAF, they're law themselves. But we do try to liaise with the police and work with them. Now, while we're cooperating with these people, through their political leaders who are passing words down to chief constables, who are passing instruction down to the rank and file, they're actually starting to abuse us. We know certain forces are going to do that anyway, but just generally speaking now, there seems to be a policy about abusing us. Well, remember this, you guys with the funny hats on and the yellow coats. You can only police us if we let you police us. You need to remember that you're supposed to be indiscriminate and even-handed in all policing matters, whether it's for the EDL or any other groups. The minute you lose that trust, you're putting yourself in dangerous grounds. You really are. And you guys know the truth. You know the truth as well as what we do. You know how much is hidden and how much is covered up in defense of this ideology and this failed experiment in multiculturalism. You lose us, you'll pay the price. Now, if the courts start handing down bans like this 5 years, even people like myself, are just going to ignore them. So you're going to end up arresting a lot more of us. And sadly, that's going to cost money. You'll put us through the court system. People ain't going to pay the fines. They'll push it as far as they possibly can. I know I will. I'll push anything as far as the High Court. Then if I end up getting sent down, well, I end up getting sent down. Cost you damn sight more to keep me in prison than what it will to be really sensible when you sentence me or any of my colleagues. It just stinks. So imagine what it's going to be like. You could end up with a situation where you have hundreds, if not thousands, of EDL members languishing in prisons. If you think your budgets are shot the hell no. Wait until you have EDL operating divisions within the British prison service. Eh? We'll end up running that system to the floor, man. I tell you, we really will. It'll take us back to a situation you really don't want to be in. We'll drive the system right down. It'll cost you tens and tens of thousands, if not millions. I don't know how much it costs to keep an individual in prison for a year. No idea. I'm sure somebody out there will tell me. But this little bit, I'm moving on from that, this is for you brave souls who actually put yourselves on the street. And now, of course, you know you're risking so much more than before. You need to protect yourselves. And it's a sad fact, I'm afraid, that a lot of people get arrested, which boils down to purely being drunk and disorderly. That's the charges that are laid. And if you end up in court, you don't really have a lot of choice but to plead guilty. And it'll be hard to argue a case of wrongful arrest for anybody in that situation. So we as a group need to be a lot smarter. If we're going to be abused, we need right to be on our side. So I beseech you, please, enjoy a few pints before a demo. Have a damn good drink afterwards, after a successful day. And then if you are lifted and you are sentenced, the solicitors will have something to go at, because they'll have to show video evidence of you being abusive or whatever. If it's not there, charges will collapse. Right. Well, it has been a quickie tonight. And that's me done, I think. Early start in the morning, so I'm off to my bed. Respect to you all, brothers and sisters. But it's time to get excited. Eh? The demo season, it's on us, and we'll be all out there on the streets again very, very soon. Stay safe, sleep well, and no surrender.